Hey folks, FC231 bringing you another vid, another collection, another gift. I got this one from a good little friend of mine. He knows I'm into Star Wars, and he picked this up for me. This here is Star Wars The Phantom Menace Battle Droid. So if you're watching this vid, I'm doing it for you, man. But anyway, you have your Kenner logo on the bottom here. At the time, or rather last year, they were giving away a life-sized Darth Maul statue signed by George Lucas. Pretty cool. And here is the Battle Droid inside his packaging. Blaster, backpack, antenna piece, and the Battle Droid in the Phantom Menace. You get a clip photo there with a Naboo starfighter in the background. And then on the back, you have more figures from that wave, along with more vehicles from the vintage collection line. The V-19 Torrent Starfighter, the AT-AP All-Terrain Attack Pod, and Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. And then the other figures were the ones as they appeared in The Phantom Menace. And then just a quick brief description on celebrating the Star Wars saga. Alright, so here is the Battle Droid outside of his packaging. Really nice. Detailed. And accurate to the Phantom Menace as they appeared. Let's do a close-up. I like the paint scheme on them. The paint scheme is similar to how they looked in the film. Here's a close-up of its face. You can see the eyes. Mine's happens to have a little bit of extra black paint right above his left eye. So it looks like an eyebrow, but it's just excess paint. You have two peg holes on the back. For articulation, you have the head can move slightly forward and back, or rather the neck. The head can turn side to side. It's on a ball joint. You can look up, you can look down, and also can squeeze, can push down. So it looks like he has no neck at all. And this is because when you want to curl him up into a ball, make it look just like in the Phantom Menace when they were coming out of the MTT, they were all scrunched up and then they opened. So his hands can go around. There's a bend at the elbow. His legs can go up, back and front. There's a bend at the knee. There's also a bend at the foot. And it looks like there's also a slight inward-outward type thing with the legs. So it looks like they're on the ball joint as well. So it's more flexible. For accessories, this Battle Droid came with its standard antenna backpack, flexible wires here, flexible antenna, and it pegs right onto its back, onto the one big hole there. Comes with its blaster, which goes easily into its hand. And it also comes with this here, an extra set of antenna pieces here. From what I know, this is what the commander battle droids would wear. So right now this is a standard battle droid troop, but if you wanted to make it into a commander, you would put this one on. So you just take the backpack off and put it onto the smaller peg hole. So now it's a battle droid commander. So here is the vintage collection droid next to the 1998-1999 battle droid when they were first released, when they first came out. Obviously, the older version was a lot taller than the vintage collection one, and the vintage collection one is more movie accurate. The very first release of the battle droid was looks more cartoony. The paint scheme, the vintage collection one has a darker tone as opposed to the 99 version where it's much lighter. The eyes are also different, the eye levels. The one on the left, the 98-99 version, the eyes were more to the sides. And then the vintage collection droid on the right, the more recent one, has the eyes more upward and more frontal. So it's more to the front. And it has that curve, it's at an angle. The 98-99 version does not have that curve. It's just straight. The vintage collection battle droid here is so flexible and so articulated that this was what I meant by it being in somewhat of a ball position. So when it comes out of the MTT, it was on the racks. And then that's when they little by little just started to open up. Ready for battle. We took a look at the battle droid from Star Wars The Vintage Collection. And I have no complaints with this one, really. It's very accurate to the film. It's loaded with articulation. It's a lot slimmer, that's for sure. The earlier release was a lot bulkier, and this one is a lot thinner. My only complaint is the backpack tends to pop off a bit, so you have to kind of squeeze it in there, but other than that, it's a good looking battle droid and a good army builder if you want to start off your Trade Federation forces.